All right, welcome back, guys. It's Captain Trucker. I appreciate you all tuning in, man. I got to talk in this video. I had an epiphany today while driving through Nevada. I'm in the Nevada desert. Okay, you guys see that? Right on. All right, we're going to talk about Vitaly. All right. Now, I've done only one other video on this. I'm not trying to milk it. I'm not going to make like sorry. I'm not going to make 15 more videos. Maybe just a couple more. Anyway, I have a theory about Vitaly. About what happened, about why he ended up in Philippines prison. I think that it was his intention to go to prison, all right? But I think he underestimated the length of time that he would be in there, right? So he wanted to do like a 2-week stint. Instead, it turned into 20 plus years, possibly, from what we know. I think he underestimated the Filipinos' legal system and common sense. I think he's high out of his friggin' mind and he just jumped on an airplane and did stupid things in a foreign country. And I think he really underestimated what he was doing. And I didn't watch all of his videos, but I watched the highlights, okay? And I got to admit, I saw the one where he was on a beach and he gets into the doggie-style position, like he was taking the bottom position, you know? And he said something like, I was naughty, mommy spanked me, and then he's also making jokes about like, well, going to prison, right? And I think what's going on here is he's so delusional and famous for all the wrong, stupid reasons that on some level in his consciousness, he knows that, maybe. And he might have a self-destructive side like some narcissistic people do, because they say, you know, and I don't like to overuse that word. I don't use it lightly because it's overused. But there's a self-loathing side to people that struggle with like narcissism and stuff, okay? Because they do hate themselves because they're incapable of, you know, real love, they say. So it's my theory that he wanted to go to jail for a little while to boost his social media insanity, right? Because you can see all this stuff about martyrs, right? Everybody loves to play the martyr now in social media. Like, oh, I got a bunch of haters, man. They're all hating on me. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong. You know, you see that theme a lot, right? So what Vitaly was trying to do was, he wanted to go to prison for a couple weeks to boost his channel. And I think he wanted to be bio criminals. It's not funny. Why am I laughing? It's terrible. And so after 2 weeks of being hammer blowing, like, you know, who is that? Who's calling me? Hold on, I gotta take this. Hello? Kind of a creepy time to get calls, huh? No, but seriously, like, and basically, let me read some of the highlights that we got going on right now. So, man, I mean, the Russia, Putin got it on his desk and he's like, get this away from me. Trump wants nothing to do with it. They won't repatriate him. So, you know, let me just give the basic facts really quick. So, both Russia and U.S. are doing a refusal to repatriate, okay? So Philippines authorities have confirmed that neither Russia nor the U.S., where Vitaly holds a green card, will accept him, okay? Diplomatic standoff. Russia has effectively disowned him. Russian consulate has not intervened, and the officials even warned tourists to follow local laws. U.S. authorities have also declined involvement, all right? So no intervention, no bail. So he's going to stand trial in the Philippines, facing charges like unjust vexation, harassment, and theft. Potential sentence could reach a maximum of 24 years. Through 3 counts of unjust vexation alone could yield 3 months to a year each. Deportation is on hold until legal processes conclude, because there's nowhere to send him. So he's in this state of like limbo, all right? But here's the other thing. I mean, when are they going to wake up? You know? I mean, you still have these guys, like, in these vloggers walking around neighborhoods in the provinces, like, intentionally provoking people. And it's like a weird sense of arrogant humor, right? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, all cultures have their own style of doing things. Like Americans have their own arrogance, Russians have their own type of arrogance, Eastern Europeans, it's kind of a unique flavor, you know. But, you know, you're hoping that some of this stuff will stop that we're seeing on social media, because Vitaly has become like the sacrificial lamb, all right? It's like Vitaly's probably having a mental breakdown, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, that's what he said. Sort of. But the breakdown of that type of guy, he's going to go from, you know, sobering out from everything he was on to a brutal, rude awakening, man. I mean, nobody's coming to his rescue, man. Which makes me wonder, like, where's, dude, I'm really tired, by the way. Guys, I was trying to get this video out for you all, man. I'm so effing tired. I really am. I'm very tired. So if I said inappropriate, I apologize. All right? I'm trying to figure it out. I watched the highlights of what he did in the Philippines, and I watched the scene where he was on the beach on all hands, you know, hands and knees, and then saying he wants to be put in prison. It's insanity. Insanity, excuse me. Like, why did he do that? Why the f did he do that? You know what I mean? And it's just like, he'll change. You know what I mean? But I'm saying to myself, how crazy do you have to be? You know what I mean? It's like, wow. And of course now every vlogger in the world, they're doing their AI, friggin' chat GTP, Google AI, whatever. They're doing their scripts, you know, and they're doing their news reports on Vitaly, ad nauseum style. He's become the sacrificial lamb, the guy to crucify, and it's like, yeah, you know, that's the good choice. He was the worst so far, but there's others, I don't know. But I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what the guy's going through in prison, man. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? I mean, can you imagine the downfall? I mean, when you're that crazy and you're totally isolated in a Filipino prison, I don't know what's going on in there. I mean, even in like Lovelock State Prison where O.J. Simpson was, that's where I am right now. All right, not the prison. I'm saying I'm in Lovelock, Nevada. They had like activities. I think they had exercise equipment. You could go around and walk. You could take different programs. You could like study for your GED. I think they had a baseball team. That's what OJ was on. OJ was like, well, you know, I was like the coach. This is in his parole hearing. He's like, I was the coach for all the, you know, the guys, you know, because they respected me, you know, and they looked up to me. So I never had any problems, though. But for the life of me, I can't understand why anger management is not a required curriculum, you know. Like OJ's giving the state advice when he's on parole. His parole hearing was great. I love that. You got to watch OJ Simpson parole hearing. But no, my point is that no judgment to the Philippines, but the prison system there is not exactly the same as the U.S. So Vitaly could very well be. I mean, how do men survive in there? You know what I mean? Seriously, let's be real for a second here. I mean, even the Italian mafia, they got a pass, right? Because they were like, well, you know, the guy goes to prison for a number of years. He's 20-something, 30-something. What's he gonna do, right? They kind of just like, they don't look at it. But, I mean, what the hell's going on in there? You know what I mean? Think about the stuff he was saying before he went in there. So Vitaly is either going to go through this and he's lost weight. Like, he's like, you know, I lift weights and stuff. I like to train, and I know what that's like, even being on the road. You can lose muscle mass. You see the latest photo of him. He's got the facial hair, losing his muscle mass. He's on the 70 peso daily diet. It's an overcrowded prison. I don't think they have training facilities. I don't think they have like group therapy like O.J. Simpson had and the other guys in Lovelock prison here in the U.S. I mean, Dude, he's gonna have a rough time once he gets done. He's gonna have a really hard time, dude. It's a bad story, man. And all for friggin' views. Can you imagine? I really think that on some level he wanted to go to prison. That's why when you see in the first video, when he's at the hearing or whatever, he's making the silly faces still, and he's still like wasted. He didn't realize what he was getting into. And now the guy's fucked both literally and metaphorically. Not good. Not good. I think his dad tried to go out. Did his dad show up to the Philippines? I'm not sure what that was about. His poor dad, man. He's probably thinking to his Russian son, you know, I tried to tell you when he was 16, stop doing that, you know. Stop those pranks. His dad's probably thinking, geez, I didn't beat him enough, or maybe I should have beat him up more. Unbelievable. I mean, is this not the wake-up call? I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of seeing some of the same shit, especially after this is happening. This is the wake-up call, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly gentlemen. I mean, this is serious stuff, guys. This is reality. He could be in limbo or be in prison for a very long time, man. All right? Can you imagine? Life wasted. Not good. Life wasted just to fulfill some like subconscious narcissistic self-loathing fantasy of, do they have consensual visits in jail? Like, I don't think you can have like his Filipino girlfriend show up, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they do that. I mean, what do these guys do? You know what I mean? Seriously, what do they do? These young men. What are they doing in there? God. An overcrowded situation. So he has like a new audience, you know what I mean? Like he oh my God. All right, look, let's be positive. So worst case scenario, he recovers from this, but then he goes on to he doesn't crack mentally to the point of psychosis. Because this is what's going to happen to a guy like him. He's either going to go into complete psychosis and become like a disorganized schizophrenic, or he's going to become like a guru type, and he's going to really like find faith and religion, and he's going to help other people, and he's really going to find a new purpose and all that. And he's going to become sort of a mentor to the other Filipino criminal inmates in the group. You know, because they all pack in together in that dynamic. And he's going to have to find some kind of peace there, because Putin, Trump, they want nothing to do with him, man. All right, well, I'm not trying to crucify Vitaly, man. I'm just working on what I saw recently watching I had the epiphany earlier today. I was driving, and yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Anyway, thanks for watching the recent live streams, guys. It's Captain Trucker, man. Be safe out there, guys. Like, let's just try to maintain perspective. I'm so tired, man. I've been driving a long time, and I'm kind of loopy. So I apologize if some of this was kind of brash and crude. Okay, I'm not usually this way, but I can't think of other terms to really get it out there. Anyway, please subscribe, share your comments. Let me know what you think about the psychology of the transition of Vitaly into prison, but also the breakdown of what he's experiencing, okay? All right, please subscribe. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Look, we're in Lovelock, dude. Look at the mountains in the desert.